Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about something really quick. I've been smoking, as some of you might already seen in my other videos, briskets and everything else. But one of the things that I started noticing with my smoker is that for some reason, sometimes it just doesn't want to smoke. I mean, this I've been smoking right now for about 18 hours, 20, no, make it about 12, 13 hours. It's at 220, 223, which is should be good enough to smoke. But these chips have been in there. You notice they're kind of dark, but it doesn't seem to be getting hot enough to smoke. So what I started doing is I started putting some of the chips not on here. I've actually had to open up the door here and actually put them down here at the bottom. You see that underneath? Now, the reason I do this is because this tray here, this little platform actually protects this from the heating element. So what I'm essentially doing is I'm actually adding the chips right underneath, right on top of the coil, but not touching the coil. This is going to give you that effect of that extra smoke that that I've been wanting to look at or see whenever I smoke. All right, so and it doesn't take too long for it to start smoking. So if you want to have, again, if you want your smoker to smoke a little bit more, try adding some chips, not too many though, but try adding some chips on the bottom of this little platform for your Masterbuilt 40-inch smoker. And also I need to clean this off, but notice how I have all these drippings that are already burnt on there. You might want to clean that off, but let's see what works. So right now all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it back in there, try to keep it level. And there it is. I'm going to close it. It says 10:58. That's how much time is left. Let's see how long it takes for it to start smoking again. Oh, before I do that, since I already opened it, let me spritz my briskets here. This is just a little spritz of what I started doing is I started using apple juice to spritz my briskets. This gives it a nice little bark to it. This is done towards the end of the smoke, and it keeps a little bit of the moisture in there. So we close that off. Notice that, and I'll keep it here. I won't cut the film, or I won't cut the recording, so you guys can see how long it actually takes. So you're looking at 10:57. We started at 10:58, so it's been about a minute. And let's see how long it actually takes to start smoking. Now I don't know why it happens. I know that sometimes I'll turn it on, I'll throw in the chips, and it'll start smoking really nice. The little container there, or the little area where the chips are supposed to fall, they get ashy, and I have to replace them because of the ash. But for some reason, sometimes, it doesn't matter how high I go. I've gone to 235, 250, and it does smoke a little bit, but then it just kind of like stops. In this method, it kind of guarantees that you're going to get your smoke pretty quick, and you'll for sure get that penetrating smoke into your meat. Okay, let's see how long it's been. It's been 2 minutes. And remember, for those who haven't seen my other videos, your best options whenever you're going to be smoking a brisket is to cook it low and slow. I usually recommend keeping it at 220, 220 degrees, internal temperature. From anything above 185, you should be okay. But the higher you go, the more tender your meat is going to come out. 185 to 185. You're kind of risking the 200s, because after about 202, you start to dry out your brisket. So remember that after you pull it out, you wrap it. That will increase your internal temperature a little bit. So keep that in mind. Take that into consideration. Now it's very faint. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to put this thing behind it to see maybe you can see it, but it's already starting to smoke. Let's see. I mean, I can see it, but oh, there it is. Okay, so we're three minutes into it. 3 minutes after I put in the chips, and it's already smoking. This is just the beginning. All right, so I mean, again, this is just because I like to see that smoke coming out of the vent. Let me open it. I like seeing that smoke coming out of the vent. That tells me there's an excess of smoke, which means your meat is gonna be all in. Your meat will have smoke coming from all angles. But as you can see here, less than anywhere between 3 and 4 minutes, you already have that smoke that at least that I always want to see whenever I'm smoking. So if your Masterbuilt is not smoking the way you want it to, try this tip. Don't put too many chips underneath the little platform, or where that platform where I showed you. Just keep an eye on it. Just make sure that you don't put too many in there, but this should help with your non-smoking problems. All right, guys, if you have any questions, leave comments. Don't forget to like or subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channels so that if I come up with anything else, or if I feel you guys need anything else, I can share it with you there. Thanks for watching, guys.